Walmart have their self-checkout. I don't think that I go work at Jamaica. Hi stylers, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Renee and I share all things home related. So if you love shopping videos, DIY, room makeover tips and tricks, you get it all here. So in this video, I'm going to share with you some things that I see foreigners do that don't work here in Jamaica, or some laws that are there overseas. We don't have those laws, and I would love if we could have some laws like that here. So the first thing that I noticed so far that foreigners do is they have proper garbage disposal system. Jamaica don't have that. We don't have a proper garbage disposal system. So you will see garbage in gullies, roadsides. One thing I observe as well is that overseas they have containers for plastic, containers for cardboard and papers, and other containers for regular garbage. And those are really observed. You might have one or two places that don't observe those are so, but for majority of the places I do see where they have those. When I'm watching movies or I'm watching other vloggers, and so I notice that. So that's one thing. In their homes, and so they have different bins and so for different things, and when they are going to dispose of it, they dispose it in the correct bin. Not in Jamaica. Everything is thrown into one garbage bag and we put it in the bin. You may be also garbage in the gullies and so, and that also affects our drainage system, causing flooding and so, especially when rainfall, and all of that wash into our seas as well and rivers. So that's one issue, and one thing I wish that we can adopt here in Jamaica, a proper garbage disposal system. Another thing that I noticed that a lot of foreigners do is they mostly use dryers to dry their clothes. They are not allowed to hang laundry outside in their backyard. That won't work here in Jamaica, because first thing, most of us don't have dryers. Our electricity bill would be very high, so we have to use outdoor space to dry our clothes, and that's one thing that I don't think will work here in Jamaica. Another thing that I noticed some persons do, especially in the home decor field, I don't know if it's something regular, they put their toiletries and so into the bathroom unwrapped. So they take off the packaging and so, and leave the paper itself into the bathroom and shelf and so. That not gonna work here in Jamaica. Dust would have kill we. Yeah, the dust. When you look on those toilet tissues and so, imagine we using that on our bodies and our private areas. So tissues and so, we can, if we are decorate for style and something, we have to keep the wrapping on it. We can't take off the wrapping. There's a new law for this one that I have here where we actually don't use car seats for babies. But there's a new law now that they said if you have babies or children without car seat, you can be fined. I don't know how much Jamaicans will obey this, especially the fact that most of us take public transportation. Not a lot of us have cars, like private cars or so, or can charter taxis. So for example, you're going to take a public bus. You're going to have a car seat to travel with. So let me know down in the comment what you think about this new law. But for overseas, I know for sure you have to have a car seat for your children. You have to. And know for you at hospital, when a baby is leaving as well here in Jamaica, you normally have to have a car seat into the car before you leave. But for majority of Jamaicans, I'm going to wonder how they are going to implement this law where babies can travel in car seat, especially in public spaces. Most of these taxi people don't even like to carry strollers or stuff into their trunk, much less to have a space for baby alone. So you just have to know that you're going to pay your money to charter a taxi to carry a baby or so. Another thing that I see that work overseas that don't work here in Jamaica is all you can eat buffets or restaurants. I know a few places that have had these type of restaurants and they were closed in no time. For me, I can tell you, I'm a person that love food, and if I hear there's an all you can eat some place or so, best believe Jamaicans will make use of it. When I say Jamaicans will make use of all you can eat buffet, we will make use of it. They would end up close the door on us and tell us we can't eat no more. All you can eat won't work too long in Jamaica. Most of the restaurants I know that have all you can eat, they're closed down in no time. I remember all you can eat pasta, that one closed down. All you can wings closed down. They have crab, they have Chinese food. That not gonna work here in Jamaica for too long. Another thing that I believe that won't work here in Jamaica is like wallpaper on our concrete walls. So for overseas person, they tend to use a lot of wallpaper because they have the drywall, and those drywall, the wallpaper will adhere to it properly. But our concrete wall, by the time we put wallpaper on it, you see it peel off quickly. So it don't adhere unless you're going to get a very strong adhesive. But the wallpaper on our concrete wall don't work. So for me, I use wallpaper for wall arts. I use it on furniture pieces and those other pieces, but not on our wall, because our wall is concrete and it don't work much. In the home decor field as well, one thing that I tried that did not work for me is the baking soda technique. I tried it on a couple stuff, and after a while it get whitey, it start to look like mildewish. I don't know if it's because of our climate and so, but I did the exact thing that I see a lot of persons do, and it just don't work for me. Another thing that I don't believe work for most of us here is like displaying food on table, like cookies and so, or even food itself or fruits. Fruit fly kill us, especially when we display fruits on counter. Fruit fly, we have a lot of fruit flies. Maybe you guys have it there as well, but for we displaying cookies and so in jars, it gets stale very quick. But let me know down in the comment if when you display it overseas, if it gets stale quickly. I don't know what is the difference, but that don't work for me. I don't know if this ever gonna work for me. Is a self-checkout at supermarket. For example, Walmart have their self-checkout. I don't think that gonna work at Jamaica. Let me know down in the comment if you believe self-checkout will work in Jamaica. I don't think that will work in Jamaica. Another thing that don't work here in Jamaica, or Jamaican don't adapt to, when I'm speaking, I'm really speaking from majority, is like the same color painting on all house. So overseas, they have the same color painting in a certain area or neighborhood. This happens here if it's a scheme and so on, they are under the certain housing rules and laws that will work in certain scheme. But regularly in areas where you have the avenues and so, everybody use any color paint they want. So if me want green paint, blue paint, black paint, also go paint another color there outside. So that is the thing. So sometimes some avenues will have all different color paint. Majority of overseas, you see the one color paint right through. Use the electric stove and dryers and so all electrical appliances don't work here in Jamaica. Our JPS, or we call it Jamaica Public Service, that's a provider that provides us with lights or energy or so electricity overall. They would have killed we with light bill. That would have killed with electric stove and electric dryer and so. Only some persons that use it. I don't know what percentage of Jamaica really uses a dryer or even dishwasher or so, but I know for majority of us we don't use electric stove or dryers. Let me know down in the comment if you use electric stove or dryer. Some persons might use gas dryer, but for majority of us we tend to shy away from a lot of appliances that uses electricity. Another thing that I see Jamaicans do that won't work overseas, I don't really see it a lot, is burning garbage any time of the day, any time of the night, anywhere. So persons will actually sweep or heap up garbage in their yard, backyard and so, and just light it any time of the day, any time of the night. I don't believe I've ever really noticed that happening overseas like that, where they can burn garbage right through. Let me know down in the comment if they have anything against that overseas. But for Jamaica, we burn garbage right through. It's annoying, especially Sundays or so when you're home and you're washing your clothes and so people burning garbage. Let me know down in the comment if you agree or disagree with that. Jamaicans burn garbage anytime. There are some areas though where they are not allowed to and they might call police or so, but majority of Jamaican, if you want to burn your garbage, you just burn it. Next thing I hear a lot of persons talk about is the fact that if we need to do business like going to the bank, tax office, to do any form of business here in Jamaica, we just have to call it a all day thing. We can't do two business in one day. We cannot decide to go into the bank or the tax office in one day, because best believe the bank going to take up majority of the day, or tax office going to take up a majority of the day. So let me know down in the comment if when you're overseas, if going to the bank or going to the tax office takes the whole day. Here in Jamaica, if you plan to go to the bank and your work, just ask for the day off. If you plan to go to the tax office or so, ask for the day off. If you plan to do a license or so, ask for the day off, because best believe you're going to do the whole day. And I know a lot of persons normally said overseas, they go into the bank, come back out, because they have a lot of persons to assist them. So let me know down in the comment what I missed out. Let me know what you agree or disagree with. Thank you again for watching. If you love this video, you will love the next video here on screen. Don't forget to subscribe and watch another video.